Good morning and welcome back to Keeping History on Two Wheels. Today is January 21st, 2022, and if you know anything about the East Coast, we're getting slammed with cold weather right now. As a matter of fact, here in Charleston, South Carolina, it's freaking sleeting on me right now, and it's 30 degrees. I'm freezing my butt off. But today, seeing how we're here in Charleston, South Carolina, I thought we'd come over here to McLeod Plantation, which is almost downtown. So come on along with us and let's learn some history, okay? You walk into McLeod Plantation's Welcoming Center, you walk into a welcoming center that looks like pretty much any other welcoming center at any plantation, at any state park. But when you walk out the back door into the plantation, you come across something totally different. At McLeod Plantation, the story of a conflicted society unfolds. African-American families like the Gaithers, Dawsons, and others aspired to be free and to have their rights guaranteed and protected. The plantation-owning McLeods sought the freedom to own and manage their property to their economic advantage. These groups were forced to adjust to a world turned upside down by war, pestilence, and a quickly changing social order. As you explore, consider the complex relationships between these groups living so closely together, yet worlds apart. Each struggled to obtain freedom as they defined it. When William Wallace McLeod acquired this property in 1851, enslaved craftspeople constructed a new home, and enslaved men and women began cultivating Sea Island cotton. A secessionist, McLeod joined the Charleston Light Dragoons to defend his home and way of life on James Island when the Civil War erupted. He died mere miles from home while returning from war in 1865. His service records begin 11 years after he purchased the plantation. His service records start on March 25, 1862, when his unit, the Charleston Light Dragoons, was mustered into Confederate service. He did not have to serve because of his age. At 42 years old, he was exempt from military service at this time. Despite his wealth and social standing, he remained a private throughout his service. Further, he chose the cavalry, arguably the most physically demanding branch of service and usually filled with much younger men. The Dragoons served under Butler's Brigade and was returning to South Carolina in February of 1865 and served under General Joseph Johnson against Sherman's army. And in February 1865, shortly before Butler's brigade returned to South Carolina, leaving Columbia, and hoping to get to his home and family on James Island, McLeod made it as far as Monk's Corner before dying of pneumonia. McLeod Plantation Historic Site is not just a place of memorialization and a place of conscience, but a place where the transformation of conscience can occur. Established in 1851, McLeod Plantation has borne witness to some of the most significant periods of our nation's history. Today, McLeod Plantation Historic Site is an important 37-acre Gullah Geechee heritage site that has been carefully preserved in recognition of its cultural and historical significance. The grounds include a riverside outdoor pavilion, a sweeping oak alley, and the McLeod Oak, which is thought to be more than 600 years old. It is a place like no other, not frozen in time, but vibrant, dynamic, and constantly evolving, where the winds of change whisper through the oak trees and voices from the past speak to all who pause to listen. McLeod Plantation was built on the riches of Sea Island cotton and on the backs of enslaved people who work and the culture are embedded in the Low Country's very foundation. It is a living tribute to men and women and their descendants that persevered in their efforts to achieve freedom, equality, and justice. All of their stories, black and white, enslaved and free, are given their due. After years of careful research and restoration, McLeod Plantation Historic Site invites you to explore the lives of people who, though nearly erased from history, shaped Charleston's complex past and the nation's future. Today, McLeod Plantation is proudly presented to you by the Charleston County Parks. However, with this being a local park, it falls under different rules than the state and federal parks normally do. Remember, at this location, you'll need to get any and all video and photographic equipment approved other than a handheld camera. I had to have a monopole approved. So be careful when you go. There's definitely no drone flying and etc. As you know, I always say get with your interpretive rangers. They are your best form of information. This is Kit, and she was my interpretive ranger for the day, and she definitely made the visit a more comfortable visit and a more knowledgeable visit. So if you get to go, ask for Kit. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit the subscribe button. It's right down here. Don't forget to hit that bell so that you'll be notified whenever we do an upload. Also, always remember, every trip starts with a step. That step starts with you.